We don't do any crazy cold open or anything. The whole kind of concept here is just to have a conversation.
That's cool.
What I'd love to talk to you about is, obviously the brand itself, Layne's, is super exciting what's coming up and the growth that you guys have planned, what you have
cool.
had.
Yeah.
I mean, I've been fortunate enough to go to some locations, and it's a pretty awesome product. When you're looking to expand into new territories that are maybe outside of that bubble where you could just drive there and see what's going on,
Yep.
what are certain things you're looking to be able to give you those telltale signs, right? I need to go further into this store, or we need to prep better here. Like, what are those first things that are jumping off the page to you?
Okay, so this is kind of when you're talking about going into new markets that we're not a part of. Obviously, we're a Texas brand.
Yep.
So pretty comfortable opening in Texas.
Yep.
Everybody knows us there. We're a total cult brand.
Yep.
Been there forever. So I'll tell you the story of the first time we went outside of the state of Texas. So we go to West Virginia, and we're like, holy hell, we're going to go literally a long, long, long way from Texas.
Yeah.
It was crazy. Like, we ran out of chicken. Like, we had to shut the store down. Literally, we didn't have marinated chicken. So the question you ask is what we look for, where we're going to go to. We're just like any other QSR. Where McDonald's is, where Wendy's is, where Tim Hortons is, where those guys are, we work there as well. Because our brand is a premium chicken tender brand, it just translates to everybody. One thing about human beings is, regardless if you say, you're obviously a healthy dude, whether you say I'm healthy, I like to eat right, everything, you still like fried chicken, right?
Still love it.
Doesn't matter. It's your cheat day meal. So everybody loves fried chicken. So one of the benefits we have is we sell a premium chicken tender. And so if we go in neighborhoods around Walmart, Target, whatever, we crush it. It's freaking awesome. So what do we look for? Moms, kids, teenagers, upper income individuals, and we go there. Anywhere there's a McDonald's, anywhere there's a Wendy's, anywhere there's a Tim Hortons, whatever, we work there.
Definitely.
Yeah.
And when you're going into these new brands, it seems like you have that area picked out. You can figure out the demographics, how I want to go about that. One thing that we've heard a lot about as we've spoken to other operators is the importance of consistency.
Oh, God, yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And the importance of, hey, I have this incredible brand in Texas. I understand Texas. I understand how to staff in Texas and go about that. When you're going to these new locations, what is it that you're looking to do to really ensure that that consistency that started in Texas, maybe it's gone to West Virginia now in Arkansas, starts expanding outwards as well?
So it's as simple as choose. So we're a franchise organization, right? So we have corporate units in Dallas, in College Station. It's good partners. So it's interesting. We sell franchises. We only sell to multi-unit people. And we probably turn away 50% of the people that come in and ask us to be a franchisee. So it's really about who you are, how you operate, how you execute. So we will go in and review, if you were looking to franchise Layne's, we would come in, review your existing operations, see how you execute. It's all about consistency, culture, quality of food. Hospitality is what people are buying right now. We have a fantastic product, but if our franchisee can't deliver the hospitality that we want, two completely different things. So we're really going into screening. Can I sit down and have a beer with this guy? Can I, do they believe in our culture? All that kind of stuff. So the way we deliver consistency of food, it's basically through our menus. Here's how you execute. Our stuff's simple, right? We sell one thing. We sell chicken fingers. It's hard to screw that up. It's really about the hospitality and the brand and who comes in. So it's really about the partners we pick. We're very choosy about who we pick.
I mean, I think that kind of goes to what we've noticed a lot of, but people are buying hospitality.
Absolutely. Right. You're giving up your dollar for what? You can go to McDonald's and get full, right? Or are you going to go in and have an experience?
Completely.
So we want people to say, there's value in what I'm doing here. People know my name. People know who I am. It's quality food. That's what we're selling. Hospitality and fantastic food.
Completely. And I find that the best operators that I've spoken with deeply understand that.
Oh, yeah.
Right? Like, they deeply understand the fact that it could be a $5 meal, it could be a $500 meal, but at the end of the day, it's hospitality is the reason you chose to make this purchase.
Right? Yeah.
Right? And I think that's what's so cool about the restaurant industry is you know, a lot of the times you could go home and make this food yourself, but you choose not to for something. And, you know, working on the restaurant industry my whole life, like, I know that's hospitality.
Yeah.
But sometimes the people coming in the door might not know that, which also puts that level of importance of, I need to have this consistent experience.
Yep.
I need to be able to understand that if I go into the store as a guest, someone's gonna have a smile on the other side. They're gonna ask me about my day. It's gonna be quick, it's gonna be efficient, right? It's gonna be clean.
Yeah. What's crazy is we're kind of bagging on McDonald's, right? Or I am bagging on McDonald's. But, you know, they're not in the hospitality game. They're in the fast food game, just quick as we can. But what's interesting about that is if you go to your local McDonald's and you know the person behind the counter and you actually have a relationship with them and they deliver hospitality by accident, that's not what they train them to do. Chick-fil-A does, right?
Yeah.
But if by accident somebody does that, you'll probably go back to McDonald's.
Yeah.
You're going to get an Egg McMuffin because you know the person behind the counter. So by accident, some of the QSRs are doing it.
Yeah.
Or you can go to Chick-fil-A and they can say whatever and you want to go back because you know the people. But it's all about hospitality.
It always is. So looking now, I want to go down this thread of choosing franchisees because you guys have some pretty substantial growth on the horizon.
Yep.
One thing that we've noticed from our client base with Tab is there's a lot of young, interested individuals in hospitality, right? We're seeing a lot of people who are leaving the banking industry, they're leaving consulting, they're coming in and trying to take their experience from where they have this wealth of knowledge in finance, they don't necessarily in hospitality.
Yeah.
How do you play that balance when you're looking into prospective franchisees? Is it really only people that have immense experience, or is there anything in particular where you're trying to balance this going into your growth plans?
Great question. I really like people that have been in the food business.
Yep.
Here's why. I wasn't in the food business. Mm-hmm. I worked at Wendy's when I was a kid in high school. Knowing how to execute the food business is important, but if you have the capital and you have the desire and you have the drive, our system's so simple, we would consider it. Operator is critically important.
Yeah.
You know, you've been in the food business,
completely.
right? I was in the development business. So I built real estate. And I thought, I'm going to buy a QSR brand. It's easy, right? Like, kids do it. No, it's not easy. It's incredibly complex. So we look for capital, we look for personality, and we look for the ability to execute. So would I take an investment banker and say, hey, go run a chicken finger place? Probably not. Would I say, hey, investment banker, you have the drive, the know-how, go find you a partner that is an operator and do it? Yeah, probably so.
Yeah. Well, that's what I've seen a lot of is, can you balance this financial knowledge, operations knowledge with the hospitality knowledge? And when that comes together, you have something pretty sweet. With that said, there's lots of people in the hospitality industry who have no idea how to manage hospitality.
Oh, yeah.
Just because you worked in it doesn't mean...
The restaurant business is a game of pennies, right?
It is.
I mean, if you look at all these Michelin star restaurants, a lot of them don't make any money, right?
Yeah.
But if you look at Tim Hortons, they're printing money, right?
Yeah.
So it's like, why?
Yeah.
Because the guy that runs selling a $5 cup of coffee understands how to make money.
Exactly.
The guy that runs a Michelin star restaurant knows how to make beautiful food, right?
Certainly.
So there's a balance of both.
Completely. The one that's been most shocking to me was learning about the margins in the pizza game.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I was like, oh, I guess those $40 sourdough pizzas really start putting money in pockets.
Yeah. You're like, oh, wow. I want to sell French fries and chicken fingers with some sauce, right? I can make money in this.
Yeah, it's pretty wicked. So when you're looking to that new franchisee who's coming in, they're excited, and they're looking for support from the franchisor. Like, what do you think is the most crucial level of support that you can be providing as a franchisor? Obviously, you can't be micromanaging. You have lots of different franchisees, but what are those like mainstay? This is what I'm going to do to help support your success.
Okay, that's actually that's the money question right there. So. We built an organization. I think it's a lot like big corporations, but we're small.
Yep.
So I'm going to answer your question.
Please.
We take the franchisee, we call it the relay race. So every step of the way, our franchisees have somebody inside of our organization all the time. We used to joke, me and my partner, we had 18 corporate employees and we had like 12 restaurants open. What the heck, right? Yeah. So what's the most important part? There really isn't a most important part. So we have experts in the real estate, development, marketing, operations, training, all the way through. So in our system in particular, you're never by yourself. You're always with somebody. I think real estate is essentially the most important thing outside of operations. They kind of bookend it.
Yeah.
If you get a bad location, you're in trouble, right? If you don't know how to operate it, you're in trouble. All the marketing, everything that goes in between it, it kind of is what it is.
Yeah.
We do a good job of those things, but I would say real estate, construction, and then operations.
Yeah, makes sense. I feel like the real estate piece is
pretty crucial.
And it's pretty tricky right now.
Yeah.
Looking at real estate, looking at development right now, we've heard a lot of people talk about the difficulty getting things like the SBA, different financing options. Is there anything in particular that you're seeing people go to have success, or is it?
The majority of our franchisees aren't doing SBA loans. They're bigger guys. Yep. It could be a challenge. If you need an SBA loan, you probably don't fit into our system, so I don't have a lot of history with that. But with our team, we know how much the construction costs are.
Yeah.
Really, the only variable is the land and the infrastructure costs.
Yeah.
Because we do build ground up, just like everybody else. We will go into a second generation if somebody went out of business. A fast food place, we'd take that over. But financing's relatively simple nowadays if you've got the history in the background.
You got the formula.
Yeah.
Makes sense. So going into that formula then, what kind of data points are you seeing franchisees collecting from, let's say, their back office?
Yep.
And is there any kind of investment that you as a team have made to kind of helped bring that in?
Yeah, so we have extensive, you're talking about their back office. So we have extensive software for real estate site selection and all that, but not really. I mean, it's cost of goods, labor. Your rent's fixed.
Yeah.
It is what it is. We help purchase all the food. Like you go down our list, you purchase our food. We don't make any money off that. That's kind of weird.
Yeah.
As a franchisor, we just pass the cost directly through to our franchisees. But managing labor, cost of goods.
Make sure your P's and Q's are tied up. Makes sense.
Yeah.
Now, pivoting to the future, because obviously I'd love to have you kind of talk about that growth that you have on the horizon. What does the next kind of 12 to 18 months looks like? And what do you think in those 12, 18 months is that I'm going to be really excited about this moment? Yeah,
I kind of know what they are. So we've grown over the last this will be our third year. We've had 100% year-over-year growth.
That's crazy. Congratulations.
Freaking nuts. Yeah. So we'll hit 50 first quarter, 50 openings, and then by the end of the year we'll be about 80 or 90.
Yeah.
I think 50 is that turning point. They're all under construction right now. So in the next 60, 70 days we'll have 50 units open. That's kind of the aha moment.
Yeah.
I think 100 will be a pretty cool milestone, but at this point it's just become a machine, right? Yeah. Training team gets deployed, construction's completed, operations goes out. So 50, I think that's that. Wow. But it's coming up here in just the next couple of days, literally.
It sounds like there's a bit of a waterfall coming, like the tidal wave maybe.
Yeah. The tipping point, literally.
There's been a lot that's gone into your brand so far to build that success, right?
Yep.
That year-over-year growth is substantial.
It didn't happen overnight.
No. How are you looking now to that 50 unit, that 100 unit level where you can say, all right, my team's going to grow with this without losing what made the magic happen in the first place? Yeah.
Hopefully we're able to maintain that. So my business partner, Matt O'Reilly, he owns the company with me. He comes from the banking world, and he always said, hey, Garrett, let's make sure that we invest capital in human beings.
Yeah.
And so and then we just talked about this. If we we go out every year, we go down to Mexico. We have this big planning session. We have a couple guys from other brands, and we try to project what we're going to do. And we always are crazy. We're going to grow 100%. We're going to grow 100%. And so at that meeting, we come back, and 8 to 12 months in advance, we will invest in those people. We really don't need them, but we want to get them in our culture, understanding lanes, understand what it means to be a part of our team. So we hire way out in advance. Yeah. So by the time we get to the point where we're opening, training, developing franchisees, they've been in our system for a long time. So the answer to that is hiring people way out in advance. Yeah. So if you look at our corporate team, it's huge. We're 28 people right now in our corporate office, and we're about to hit 50 restaurants, which is completely backwards from what any other franchise.
But it makes sense.
Right, because we want to support
when you're at 100 units, 150 units.
Right. So we continue just to reinvest. So
Gotcha.
our franchisees need to understand what our culture is, what our business is, understand how to execute the hospitality side of things.
What does culture mean to you?
Culture means it's the breath of an organization.
Yeah.
Culture is the spirit. Culture isn't something that you can touch. It's not something that you can go, that's culture.
Yeah.
You experience culture. You feel culture. It's an intangible thing, right? It's the essence of what every brand is. It's funny. Every brand has culture, whether they want to or not. Your culture develops. If you don't create your culture and manage your culture, then your culture is going to create and manage you.
Yeah.
So it can be a negative and it can be a positive, but it's the breath of life.
Yeah.
If a brand is a human being, it is what it's.
Yeah.
It's the essence of it. That's what culture is.
I was going to say it's the essence of hospitality to me, right?
Yeah. And it can be bad or good.
Certainly.
I mean, your culture could be complete shit, right? Or it could be the most enjoyable thing possible, right? Yeah. You want your employees to want to come to work, not have to come to work. Now, I know job's a job, you're getting a paycheck and all that, but if you have the right culture, they're excited about coming to work. They're excited about executing for you. And if you don't have the right culture, what's crazy is culture drives everything. You can teach kids, hey, I want you to execute this chicken tender like this. But if they don't believe in it, like when you're gone, when you turn your back and walk away, if your culture's not there, they won't do it. Mm-hmm. But once they believe in it and do it, then they have a pride in what they're doing. And that's what we try to instill. Do we do it 100% of the time? No. Do we do it 90? Yeah, probably so.
I think that's what's so important about culture, though, is culture gets developed when things aren't perfect.
Exactly.
Right? And like, you want to know what your culture looks like? Go every day. There's going to be a day in every month, every year, whatever, that everything goes to shit.
Yeah.
And what happens then, that's when you find out what your culture's like. It's easy to be happy when everything's easy.
Oh, yeah. Or when the boss is there or whatever. Like that show Undercover Boss. Yeah. That shows you what a real culture is, right? It's like, holy shit, this is my culture. Yeah.
We talk about it with our company. You know, we have a small company, about 20 people. And when people come to us and we are interviewing for jobs, we like to talk about culture. And one thing that I always like to say is we have a small team, which means that you're going to have an impact on this culture. Yeah. And just as every opportunity to add to it, you have every opportunity to take from it. And so if you don't like being here, there's 19 other people here that do. And if you decide to start taking from it, you're taking away from something that they love.
Yeah. Yeah. I hate to use the word family. That's overplayed way too much. Yeah. Like, oh, we're a family. We're a team.
Exactly.
Right? And the culture inside that team.
Super Bowl chooses to be there.
Right. Yeah.
I think that's what's cool. Yeah, I love how, regardless of who I speak with, whether it be a small, 5-unit franchisee or, someone who's building their system or fine dining, culture and hospitality runs synonymous.
Oh, yeah.
And the most successful people that I've seen prioritize that to a level that from the outside seems like you're leaving money on the table. Why would you have 28 people on your staff?
Yeah.
You don't need that. No, well, you do.
You do. You absolutely
do. Yeah. Because when that growth happens, you can't just bring people off the street, slam them in, and expect them to understand.
Yep.
Sadly, it does take people a lot of time to ramp. Yeah, and you need to give them the courtesy to do so.
Yeah.
This has been amazing. Thank you so much for sitting down and chatting with me. Like I said, we like to do things a bit differently and have the introduction at the end. So I'd love, why don't you introduce yourself and tell us, your background.
Yeah. So Garrett Reed, CEO, Layne's Chicken Fingers, owner, CEO, whatever you want to call me. I tasted the restaurant business when I was a kid, high school, flipped burgers at Wendy's. Graduated from college, much like you, in finance. Yeah. Learned how to count beans and all that. Went into the real estate development world, and I've built probably 500-600 restaurants over my career. I'm not a young man anymore. Really got to know a lot of operators, and it was interesting. So I would build a restaurant, I would develop the land, create the infrastructure, build the brand. make my money and move on to the next one. Well, I developed relationships with the operators over time. And I looked at them and I said, golly, what you guys do is so easy, right? You're serving food. And I made money over this period of a year, and you go on to make money over a long time. So I was like, I want to get in the restaurant business. I don't know why. I thought it was easy. So I'm from College Station, Texas, which is where Texas A&M is. Really small town in Texas. A buddy of mine that I went to elementary school, junior high school, and high school with owned Layne's Chicken Fingers. Really, you talk about culture. This guy is the epitome of culture. Mike, unbelievable human being. But he's a good old boy. Didn't ever want to grow, didn't ever want to do anything, made tons of money, served great food, had great employees, just a great life. So me and Matt approached him back in 2017. We're like, Mike, let us take this freaking iconic, cool ass brand, cult brand, and let us grow it. And he's like, nah, I'm good. You guys will screw it up. I'm like, no, Mike, we're good. He's like, no. He goes, I get asked like once a month from somebody that wants to buy the brand. And long story short, we talked over a period of months, and he's like, I don't know, there's something different about you guys. I'm going to sell it to you. So he wound up selling it. I wound up becoming an operator. I had a very successful real estate development company. And we got in the chicken game and learned it the hard way, right? So we went and figured out how to execute it. We took policies and procedures. We built 3 locations in Dallas, super successful, just crushed it. Created a franchise infrastructure and all that. And here's Layne's now, 100% year-over-year growth year after year. So it's kind of the story. I'm just a small town kid that was too dumb not to get into restaurants. And so here I am now.
Well, thank you so much.
Oh, absolutely.
This was
amazing.
Great.
Yeah.
Sweet, man. That's such a great story.
It's a weird story, but it is my story.